Alrighty. Welcome back everybody to another boss standoff event. This weekend we've got a lot of exciting competitors ready to challenge the bosses. We're changing up the format just a little bit. Previously everyone fought their way through the bracket and then the two finalists competed to become the boss. This time around we changed it so that the boss is outside of the bracket and the winner of the tournament goes on to challenge the boss. Any questions before we begin from the chat? Alrighty, looks like we're good to go. We've got gold ship up first. And, let me fix my sound settings here real quick. There's so many sound settings on my end. It's actually quite a lot. But cool. Our first match here, gold ship again. We've got Arthelius versus Hydro. Let's take a look at their Umas and see what they've got going on here. With Arthelius, he's got max speed, very high stamina, and max power. I believe this is the Arima Kinen, so you don't actually need this much stamina. Pretty good skills here. I'm not sure if straightaway spurt activates at the right time. Actually, I think it does. Yeah. Yeah, right when you hit the late race, I think there's still like 50 meters of straight. And then on the other end, we've got Hydro here. He's got max speed, very high wit, and long S. Looking very good. White lightning coming through as well. Pretty strong, inherited, unique. Straightaway spurt and nimble nav. Looking pretty good. Ooh, daring strike plus a lone wolf. So I have a little bit of a speed advantage over Arthelius. Late start from Hydro. Uma stand triggering for both. Unfortunately today, Whisper will not be available to co-host, but maybe we'll get some commentary from Colin. Colin does have several bosses in the event. Yeah, I feel that. I wanted to put some Umas in the event, but it's just been so busy. I wasn't able to submit any this week. Alright, position keep has ended. We see this is probably both. Oh? Yeah, looks like Hydro is too far ahead. Oh wow, pushing up with the Tamamo unique. Ooh, and they're off. Hydro is maintaining the lead. He does have long S, so it seems like he might be able to maintain this. Nice, and Hydro takes that with a pretty convincing lead. Alright, so Hydra moves up in the bracket. Later on, he'll be facing off against Elise. But before that, we've still got 2 more races to see. Alrighty, next up we have Jess versus CB. Take a look at Jess's first. Here we've got max speed and max power and long S. Looking pretty good. She's got enough stamina and guts to make it through the race, but her wit is a little bit low. She also has 2 golden recovery skills, so she definitely has enough stamina here. Let's see what we're working with on CB's side. Oh, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, moving over to CB's side. Let's first take a look. He does indeed have Daring Strike. He also has max speed, max power, and long S. Pretty similar stat spread overall. Slightly less guts, but slightly more wit. He does have firm, course menace, and right-handed, so he's going to be very, very fast. Yeah, looking quite strong here. No stopping me as a backup acceleration if straightaway spurt misses. As we all know, CB is the CB is the end closer king. Good starts from both. Umamusume activates only on one of them. Yeah, just currently in the lead. 3 positions ahead. Ooh, slightly falling behind. With Gold Ship, it is better to be in the back half, since her unique requires you to be in the back half to trigger. Ooh, we see CB moving up quite a bit, currently leading the back half of the pack. Daring Strike activates. Will this be enough to push him too far out? Indeed, Anchor's Way activating for both gold ships. CB currently in 4th, with Jess at 12th. Both gold ships creeping up. CB currently in 2nd, Jess in 12th. The straightaway spurt. Oh, no stopping me triggers, but no straightaway spurts trigger. Yeah, CB is running away with this one. Jess currently in 2nd, but quite a significant lead between the 2. Yep. Quite a large distance. What is this? 6 lengths? 8 lengths? And CB finishes in 1st. 9 length lead. CB moves forward in the bracket. Coming up next is Colin versus Avon. Yeah, let's see. Do you want to give us any other insights here? I'm seeing nearly max speed, max power. Stamina and guts looking okay, honestly. Weight higher than we've seen so far. It really is. Yeah. If the late race is quite long, then having distance S does become more and more impactful. Looking over on Avon's side, he's got max speed, nearly max stamina, decently high power and wit as well, and long S. We see let's pump some iron on both of these gold chips, although no daring strike here. We do get the coast is clear. That's true. The key to winning races is to hit your excels at the right time. Good starts from both. Coast is clear activating. I think Avon might have said this was a Team Charles gold ship. Coming out of the early race, both gold ships currently in the front of the back half of the pack. Avon currently in 8th with Colin in 10th. Daring Strike activates. And the gold ship unique should trigger in any moment. Here we go. We see one activate. Oh! I love seeing that. Yes. Avon currently pushed up to 3rd, while Colin is sitting at 7th, moving up. Straightaway Spirit activates. Avon currently in the lead in 1st, Colin creeping his way up. Currently in 3rd, nearly pushed to 2nd. Will Avon be able to maintain the lead? Oh, Straightaway Spirit finally activates, but it's too little too late. Avon has a lead of about 3-4 lengths. And Avon finishes with a 3.5 length lead. Any comment from you, Colin? Yep. Yep, exactly. Yeah, the worst is when you do hit your excels, but you're blocked. I remember one of the... Alrighty, we've got our next race coming up here. We're gonna have Elise versus Hydro. Well, looking at Elise's goal ship here, max speed, max power, very high wit. No long S, but still looking very strong. Double circle right-handed, straightaway spurt, daring strike, take the chance. Pretty good backup. Wait, isn't this a medium only? Yeah. Okay. So this skill won't actually work on this track, but otherwise it would be a pretty good backup excel. Activates when you are in 5th or higher. Moving over. Yeah. Hydro's got max speed, long S, and very high wit. Power is not quite as high, but we've seen in previous races that having lower power does not prevent you from winning the race. Good starts from both. Umamusume activating for both at the same time. Speaking of Umamusume, it is making the positioning very, very strange for the upcoming Taurus Cup. You gotta... That's true. That's why the lobby composition is also very important. Yes, the gold ship unit should activate any moment now. Elise currently pushed up too far for that to activate. Hydro though... Yeah, Hydro is really closing the gap though. Just one position behind. Looks like about a 1 length distance between the two. Now will any straightaway... Oh, straightaway spurt activates for both! Elise currently in the lead in first with Hydro in 4th. Elise still in the lead. Looks like maybe a 2 length lead right now. Maybe growing to 3. And Elise wins this race. Let's see what the distance was between the two. 2.5 length lead. Congrats to Elise for moving into the qualifying finals. Next up, we are going to have CB versus Avon for the semifinals of the qualifying round. The winner of this will move on to face off against Elise in the qualifying finals. Take another quick look at CB's gold ship here. Max speed, max power, long S. He also has a lot of very strong skills. Daring strike, no stopping me, firm course menace right-handed, single circle, as well as double circle on end closer corners, long straightaways. Very strong. Even a no slouch himself, max speed, nearly max stamina, and long S. We did see before that he won with a convincing lead thanks to straightaway spurt activating for him and not for his opponent. Good starts from both. Honestly, for a gold ship, it doesn't really even matter if she late starts. She's gonna push her way up anyway. Yeah, the combination of Uma's stand, daring strike, and her unique is crazy. She pushes up so far. Yeah, pushing up too far forward. That daring strike may have backfired. Even currently in 13th, quite far behind CB, but slowly pushing up. Yeah, still a pretty big distance between the two. It's really going to depend on who hits their excels. Straightaway spurt activating for both. Will no stopping me trigger? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, very large distance between the two. Avon's gonna need to activate a lot of skills to catch up. Maybe more than his gold ship has. Alright, and CV finishes in first place. How big was that gap? I think it might be 8 lengths. It was indeed 8 lengths. Oh wow. The king of end closers. Yeah. CV moves forward to the qualifying finals. The winner of this finals match will go on to challenge Neon, our current boss. I'm in danger. Let's take a look at our finalists here. We've got Elise, who has max speed, max power, very high wit. Missing long S though. She does have straightaway spurt and daring strike. Pretty good suite of skills here. Barcarolle of Blessings could be pretty clutch. And then of course we have CV again. Max speed, max power, and long S. Good starts from both. This will really come down to who activates their excels. If either one of them doesn't, then it's over. Yeah, at least currently in the lead in 8th. This is yeah, at least creeping up to 7th. CV currently in 9th. Looking like Elise may not be able to activate her unique this time. If CB creeps up just a little bit further, he will not activate his either. Oh! Oh, what is happening here? Pays down mode hit so hard just now. CV absolutely launching forward while Elise slowed down and crept backwards. CB. Yeah, both gold ships moving forward and forward as we approach the late race. Straightaway spurt activating for both of them. CB currently taking the lead in first on the outside. Elise closely behind. Yes, the two gold ships are very close. Looking like less than a length between the two. Elise swings wide. Who's in the lead right now? Elise is currently in the lead! This is the end of... Could this be the end of CB's run? Wow. Wait, what? It was CB? I swear Elise was on the outside. What? What an absolutely confounding race. I'm sorry, Elise. I totally baited you there. Yeah. Wow. Despite me thinking Elise won, CV actually comes out the victor. With an extremely confusing pace down mode right in the middle of the race. Alrighty, now we have our finals match. CB has fought his way through the qualifying bracket and is now challenging our current boss, Neon. Neon has... Yep. Here we see nearly max speed, max stamina, and nearly max power. No long S. I gotta say, a very interesting array of skills here. But yeah, importantly, she does have Daring Strike, Straightaway Spurt, and Umamusume. Yes. Perhaps we'll see Neon defend his title here with his low wit. Oh shit! Late start from CB. Umamusume activating. Yeah, I think I saw Umamusume activating on Neon. Ooh, both of these skills activating for Neon. Long corner single and corner acceleration. Daring Strike. That's true. They are in a pretty good position. There's a decent amount of distance from the back half to the front half of the pack. Position keep ending. Anchors away coming out from both gold ships. Ooh, nice. Neon pushing his way forward. Currently in 4th while CB is in 8th. No straightaway spurt activating for either gold ship. No stopping me activating either for CB. Now we're actually gonna see that power really will make a difference here. Neon's still in the lead though, but CB does have long S. Will that be enough to push him forward? Oh, it's such a close finish. Who's gonna take it? Oh! Neon defends his title with the neck distance. Wow, we saw CB activated end closer straightaways right at the end there, but it was just too late. Wow. How exciting. I gotta say, it really looked like CB was gonna take it right at the end, but Neon was able to hold strong. Congrats to Neon. Going to show that wit may not even matter in Umamusume. Maybe. What an upset. Yeah, I mean, for the defending boss to maintain their title and for it to be an upset, that's just crazy. You know what I mean? Coming up next, we're going to have our Grass Wonder races. Starting us off in this bracket is going to be Dragon and Hydro. The defending boss is Colin. Alrighty, we've got our two Grass Wonders, Hydro and Dragon. Let's take a look at Dragons first. So Dragon's got high speed and decent power and wit. Interestingly, Hydro's Grass Wonder is actually a front runner. Very interesting approach to take here. I believe every other Grass Wonder is a late surger or end closer. Yes, yeah, if she can develop a good lead, her opponent may never even catch up. Very interesting. I'm not entirely sure how Grass Wonders, what all the conditions are for this to trigger, but I'm pretty sure she has to overtake someone. Yeah, so we may never, if we might not see her activated. On the other end though, we've got Hydro, who's got max speed, high power, and high wit, as well as Mile S. So pretty fast here. Got moving past and beyond. This one is built as a late surger, along with no stopping me. So pretty good combination of acceleration skills here. We got Firm Course Menace right-handed and Winter Runner double circles. So she is very fast. Yeah. And there she goes. Look at her run. Interesting to see how this may work out. Normally when you're building front runners for a champions meeting, you need to build at least 2 so that they can push each other forward. Moving past and beyond, triggering pretty early here. Angling and scheming triggering, of course. No accelerations coming out. Unique activating for Hydro, but Dragon is very far ahead right now. Wait, is Hydro gonna be able to overtake? No, there's no way. Well, Dragon takes it with the 1 3/4 length lead. Perhaps his front running Grass Wonder will be the winner of this whole thing. I'm excited to see more races from Dragon's Grass Wonder. Coming up next, we've got Jess and Neon. Both of these are built as late surgers. Yes, Digital has not yet run. I'm glad you made it, Maya. I'll be able to get those digital races later on. Alrighty, so Jess versus Neon. Let's take a look at Jess's first. Max speed, high power, high wit, long S. Not relevant here. Let's see. Yeah. We are not indeed. Her sole acceleration skill appears to be on your left. Radiant Star, of course, gives you velocity, acceleration, and recovery, but it's extremely random. So you never know when it's gonna hit. Yeah. A lot of this might be their Team Charles Uma. And then on Neon's side, we got max speed, high power, high wit. Pretty comparable stat spread between the two. A lot more acceleration skills. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 acceleration skills. So one of them is bound to trigger. Let's see if that gamble will pay off. Late start coming out from Jess. Both settle into position right next to each other. Seems Jess is currently on the outside. Gilbert unique triggering early again. On your left, activating from Jess, I believe. Neon is currently too far ahead for that to activate. Both Grass Wonders pretty close. I think Neon's maintaining the lead here. Yep, and Neon takes it with a 1 1/4 length lead. Pretty interesting to see almost no acceleration skills activate there. Alrighty, now we've got Avon versus Arthelius. Taking a look at Avon first, we've got max speed, max power, high wit. Pretty good. Let's pump some iron and budding blossom, interestingly enough. This is Nishino Flower's unique. Typically inherited on pace chasers. That's true. Because of the larger lobby size, a lot of the acceleration positioning is also a little bit different. You see also on your left here. Yeah, so 3 acceleration skills from Course Menace and double left-handed. Looking pretty good. For Arthelius, we've got max speed, high power, pretty low wit, but mile S. Yes, Dominator. Medium straightaways. Yeah, this. I think that's maybe Team Charles, Uma. True, yeah. I'm thinking about bringing 1 or 2 myself. I'm not having very good luck with this training Umas for this upcoming one. Yeah. Late start earlier coming out of Arthelius. Both Grass Wonders settling into pretty much the same position here. Looks like Arthelius is actually on the outside a little bit, despite being slightly ahead in the pack. Quite a dense grouping of Umas here. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, on your left, let's pump some iron activating. Haven pushing forward to 7th. Arthelius maybe blocked actually in 14th. Budding Blossom activated. I saw that one. Yeah, oh no, Arthelius is blocked. That's true. Yeah, still second. Yeah, only 2 lengths behind despite being blocked for almost the entire late race. Catch-up step. I like the names of the bot who was. Haven advances. Ooh, next up is gonna be Neon versus Avon. Dragon goes straight to the finals match because of the way the brackets are set up. Alrighty, we've got Neon versus Avon here. Both of them in side-by-side paddocks. Let's take a quick look at Neon's Grass Wonder again. Max speed, high power, high wit. Let's pump some iron. Ah, the 4 excels. Or actually, yeah, 4. Iron, moving fast, nimble nav, and on your left. That's true. It does hit too early. Haven, we just saw his run. He's got Pump Some Iron and Budding Blossom. Budding Blossom did activate, but it looked like it was a little bit late into the acceleration phase. Late start from Avon, but he is... Oh, never mind. And positions are moving all over. He is currently in the lead. Yeah, this could be dangerous. Someone could get blocked again. Looks like they're slightly better positioned than before though. It looks like they're both kind of on the outside of the pack. Ooh, Neon pushing forward. Even is very far out on the outside. Oh, yeah. Nimble nav, iron activating. Wow, Avon just launching forward at first. Neon's trying to catch up, but I don't know. It might be too little. Yes, and Avon takes first. A lot of uniques hitting for Avon all at once. I don't remember exactly what position he was in before moving up to first. I think it was maybe 7th? Maybe 8th? Pretty fun to see that. Ooh, coming up next, we're gonna get to see Dragon's Grass Wonder running again. Earlier we saw he had a front runner Grass Wonder. Wouldn't that be something? Alrighty, yeah, not only is Dragon's Grass Wonder a front runner, they're in the first lane as well. So pretty advantageous position for front runners to be in. Let's see, there was one thing I wanted to check here. Okay, center stage and dodging danger. Yep. Yeah, so if this one triggers, she's gonna move very far out lane wise, and then this one will trigger and she'll move back in, or vice versa. Really strong looking front runner grass, or front running Grass Wonder, I gotta say. That yeah. Then of course we got Avon on the other side. 3 XLs. Let's see how this goes. Forgot to look at the lobby composition to see what we might be working with here. There she goes. She's already so far in the front. Pretty good lead between the two, but I gotta say Avon is much closer to the front than I think Dragon would like. Of course, angling and scheming will activate unless wit check misses. Oh, and Avon is already in second. Yeah. Will we see Dragon's front running Grass Wonder maintain the lead? No, a lot of skills are activating for Avon. He overtakes. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting approach. Better luck next time, Dragon. Maybe we'll see some more front-running Grass Wonders into the tournament in following weeks. Alright, and finally, we've got our defending boss, Colin, facing off against Avon. Both of them in side-by-side packs again. I think earlier we saw that happen and one of the Grass Wonders got blocked. Yeah, she's looking very strong, very, very strong. Max speed, max power, high wit, mile S. All the Excel skills that you would want to see here. And hesitant late surgers. what a targeted ability to pick up here. Very good build here. Of course, we got Avon again. Very similar stat spread. No mile S, but again, shorter distances. That's a little bit less important. 3 excels. No hesitant late surger on Avon's. Will Colin defend his title? Will Avon defeat him?
さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。2番と17番、この2人が競り合っているぞ。期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気9番グラスワンダー、2番会長に飛ばして行きます。
Yeah, Colin currently very far behind in the back.
3番手14番内を回ります。18番さらに内から3番少し離れて16番その内並んで11番1馬身離れて
Yeah, even pushed up to 8th. Colin currently sitting at 15th. There is quite a formidable wall in front of you, Colin. You're gonna need on your left. You're gonna need it now. Oh, on your left, activating. Avon currently in first. Colin currently sitting at 12th. 10th, I mean. Hesitant late surges hits. Will it be enough? Will there be enough? Oh. Avon takes it to become our new boss for Grass Wonder. Unfortunately, Colin got severely blocked. Oh, wow. Let's see. I think from F to... If it's F, the highest you can get it is to B. And we saw dragons had front S. Wow, congrats to Avon for becoming the new boss of Grass Wonder. Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to seeing her come back to reclaim her title. Coming up next, we're gonna have the Kitasan Black races. Yeah, our current boss for Kitasan Black is Maya. Let's see, where is the Arima Kinen? I can't find it. Let's see, yeah, the Kitasan Black bracket this time around has 3 challengers. First round is going to be Colin versus Neon, and the winner of that will move on to face off against Jess. Maya currently has 3 of the 10 boss Umas, if I'm correct here. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Maya is currently got Kitasan Black, Nishino Flower, and Taiki Shuttle. Pretty strong contender. Very strong trainer. Alright, starting off, we've got Colin versus Neon. Take a look at Colin's Kitasan Black first. Always good to see the same Uma return, trying again to claim the title. Shows that their trainers really believe in them. On the other hand, we've got Neon. It's got max speed, high stamina, and kind of decent wit, or decent power, low wit. Yeah. That's true. Sometimes you just have to be luckier than the other people in your lobby. Good starts from both. Wow, look at how fast you're going forward. Ooh, who is going to come out in the lead with the spot struggle? Neon's currently settling in the first. Colin only slightly behind. Ooh, and they have switched positions. Colin taking the lead. And they trade again! Yep, one Kitasan just moving out and forward, and then the other one moving out and forward. Kind of looks like musical chairs. Going. Yeah, that's true. Colin currently in the lead. Building a little bit of the lead as well. Looks like 1.5 lanes, 2.5 maybe.
先頭は相変わらず13番北サンブラック。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は5番北サンブラック。残り 1000m を
This could be a little hard for Neon to catch up.
そしてその後方には6番
No angling and scheming from
4番、それを見るように2番、そしてその内から行ったのは12番、外を回って1番、それを見るように11番、その後10番、16番、追走。1馬審査。
Yeah, the distance is not shrinking at all between these two.
さあ、いよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。中山の直線は短いぞ。後ろの子たちは間に合うか。追いすがる5番、北サンブラック。13番。
Oh, yes. I saw Maya. Thank you. I'll get that added before setting up the Agnes Digital races. And Colin takes it with a 6-length lead. The breakdancing one. Strong all or nothing strategy. Up next, we've got Jess versus Colin. See if I can find... Yep, here we go. Let's see what we're working with on Jess's end. Max speed, high wit, decent power, victory cheer, and angling and scheming here. If she can... Yeah, no groundwork on Jess's Kitasan here. Might be difficult for her to take first place. She does have Super Lucky 7, but unfortunately she is in the 10th paddock, not the 7th one. Colin taking the lead, spot struggle happening.
第4コーナーカーブ。さあ、花に立ったのは5番北サンブラック。このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは
Yeah, just currently not too far behind.
8番3番手6番並びかけてきた。まずは1周目正面スタンド前に入った12番続いている。
And we see she's slowly creeping up. Leader's pride procs for both, allowing Colin to maintain the lead.
外で16番内を回ります。2番その後ろから1番外を回ります。14番後方2番手に4番1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。前から大きく開きました。隊列は縦長になっています。
I believe that was Jess that activated corner recovery and tail held high. She pushes forward, but oh, yeah, just not enough to move into the front position.
内をついて13番少し離れて11番それを見るように7番1馬身離れて16番第2コーナーを抜け向こう上面に入った。
Oh, straight away adept activating too. Will she be able to push up to first? It's looking less and less likely.
さらには8番1馬審査3番さらには11番12番。 少し
Ooh, victory cheer activating for both at the same time, along with break it down for Colin. Colin still in the lead as they come around the final corner. The distance between the two did not look to be so huge. Yes, and Colin will move forward to challenge Maya. Any words from Maya in the chat, Colin, about this rematch? Oh, okay. Maya, perfect timing. Yeah, let's take a look at what we're working with here. Colin, we'll look at yours again first, and then we'll look at Maya, who's the current boss. So just popped in for a sec. We may see another loop of him trading positions again. Oh. Yeah, Maya currently in the lead. Ooh, Maya establishing more of a lead. Oh wow, I mean, there's still the entire late race left to run, but it's looking like Maya might. Yep, here, let's see. Yours doesn't have a long S, right? But Maya's does. Yeah.
サンブラック足色を衰えない8番キタサンブラック強いとしか言えない走り
感謝を込めて歌いますってそれは後か
Yeah. Maya defends their title. Alrighty, coming up next, we're gonna have our Nishino Flower race. There's only one challenger, Hydro, facing off against our boss Maya. Give me a moment while I set this up. Alrighty, so let's take a look at our challenger first. Hydro here has got nearly max speed, high power, high wit, and pace S. No mile S. Yes, yeah, we are on the Okisho here, 1600 meters. Very strong skills. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, after seeing the races last week with her, it made me feel like a little bit of regret for not pulling on her. She's just so cute. Yeah, she's good as both a racer and a parent. Looking at Maya's Nishino Flower here. Max speed, high power, high wit. No mile S, same as Hydro's. But pace A, not pace S. Looking pretty strong here. The two of them, I think, are pretty close when it comes to their power level. Yeah, Hydro does have, at least from my opinion, a slightly stronger late race. Lights of Vaudeville as well as Triumphant Pulse could really secure the win if she's only slightly behind. This starts from both. Oh, looks like someone just got paced down. Or maybe they got blocked and they slowed down. What But it didn't matter. They just pushed their way forward.
それを見るように7番西のフラワー外目をついて9番内をついて3番その外並んで12番4番並んでくる10番並びかけてきた1馬身離れて11番内を回って17番第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう
Yeah, I think it was a Ghost Ship race.
先頭は見合ったままこれは直線勝負になるか
Alright, both of them so close to each other.
西のフラワーここで抜け出した13番西のフラワー前を狙っているぞさあ外から先頭を伺うのは13番西のフラワー
Wow, they were just trading first and second back and forth. No unique activated. Yeah. I've lost track of which Nishino Flower is which. Who's coming out in the lead? Super close race. Oh, and Hydro takes it with a half-length lead. Nice. Congrats, Hydro. Oh, it's so close. It was like one of them was first on the corner and then the other one was first like coming out of the corner. And it looked like they swapped even one more time, but you know, it's a little hard to tell sometimes with the way the camera is. The next races that we have coming up are going to be the Rice Shower Halloween races. Or, yeah. Yes, Colin is our current boss for Rice Shower. And there are 3 challengers, Avon, Neon, and CB. The race is going to take place on the Tenosho Spring, so quite a long race here. I think if you guys don't mind, I might speed the race up for the first half. Yeah, so one thing to note for this track, the way that we have it set up, is not only is it 3,200 meters, which is the longest one that is normally in rotation, but it also has soft ground conditions, so the stamina requirement is even higher than normal. That's true. Yeah, we did see that your Rice Shower had a little less stamina than you would normally expect, but she still won. Alright, the first of our Rice Shower races here. We're going to have Neon facing off against CB. Interestingly, Neon's Rice Shower is a late surger here, not a pace chaser. So we got max speed, max stamina, high power, and late S. Wit is maybe a little bit low. I have not really done much of an analysis of this track as a late surger, so honestly, I can't really say how good this is. I'm not sure if moving past and beyond even activates at a time that matters. The mid race is pretty large. Could be interesting to see though. Yeah. Yes, the acceleration skills for late races, or for long races, tend to activate on a straight. Let's see what CB is working with here. If CB had somehow made this a end closer, that would have been unbelievable. Yeah. But no, we see he's working with a pace chaser. Max speed, high power, high wit. Lots of recovery skills. Pretty solid looking rice shower here. Yeah, if on your left will trigger at a good time, then Neon could easily take this. It activates randomly during the late race though, so it's a gamble. Neon getting rushed a little bit. I'm gonna speed this up a little. Just gonna move it to 2x until we get to about halfway through the late race. One heal is activating. I think that was CB's that activated. No, it was Neon's. CB moving up to 4th in the pack. Actually, I think I'll let it go a little more than halfway, just because of how long this race is. Let's go. All right, I think this is a good spot. We see lots of yeah, CB currently sitting in 1st with quite a large lead between him and Neon. Neon sitting in 12th place right now. Prime positioning for on your left to activate. The late race has started and there are no accelerations activating. Okay, and on your left has activated. Head-on activates for CB. He's got quite a large lead. But will Neon be able to close the gap? Ooh, not enough skills activating here in the late race for Neon, but he did manage to close the gap a pretty decent amount. Yeah, winning by a 2.5 length lead. Yeah, she has a G rating in N, so I think the highest you can get her is only C. Yeah, so you're gonna have to get very, very lucky with the end closer inspirations. Alright, next we've got Avon versus CB. Let's take a look at what Avon's working with here. Max speed, high power, decent wit. Looking pretty similar to CB's Red Shower. No head on here though. She does have no stopping me though, which honestly it's definitely a lot better than head on. Yeah, CB also has had no stopping me though, in addition to head on. So let's see. Yeah, last race CB was in first, so having no stopping me didn't even matter. And they're off. And again, I'm gonna fast forward through the first half of this. The two of them staying pretty close together though. Currently 7th and 6th. Alrighty. The later half of the mid race, yeah. The two of them are still very close together. Even with a slight lead. Ooh, feature act. CB taking the lead. No NSM activating from either of them. Yeah. Wow. Pretty big lead there. Yeah, pretty unfortunate positioning moving into the late race. CB overtook Avon and then activated 2 velocity skills, so denying the opportunity for the NSM proc. Alright, so CB moves forward to challenge Colin. Yes, previously we saw the Gold Ship, Grass Wonder, Kitasan Black, and Nishino Flower races. Alright, briefly looking back at CB's Rice Shower. Pretty strong looking pace chaser here. And then our current boss, Colin. You want to give us an overview? Yeah, interestingly here, I'm seeing you have victory cheer. Yeah, as we saw on CB's rush hour, he has no stopping me and head on, but both of them can miss, whereas this one has a much more guaranteed activation. Let's see if she can grab a third one. They start coming out from Collins' rush hour, but they're settling into position, and he's in the lead. Going to fast forward through the early parts of the race. Colin maintaining the lead so far. CB only barely behind. CB currently overtaking on the outside. Yeah, the pace setting front runner here is actually pretty far ahead. Oh, no stopping me activates and head on. Yeah, the length between the two of them is just so large. Defeated by the bots. Yeah, CB takes us with a convincing 7th link lead. Mini Lotus coming in 3rd. I wonder if your Rice Shower would have been able to maintain the title if she had been in 2nd or 1st. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that would have played out if you were in 2nd and if CB was in 1st, because then he wouldn't have been able to activate No Stopping Me. Next up, we've got the Super Creek races. Yeah. Oh. I noticed the overlay says the February stakes, but this is actually the Kikuku show. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the I think that's a 1600 meter dirt race for Agnes Digital. wonder if I can change that actually. I don't think I can. I'll figure that out later. Well, yeah, we've got a 3,000 meter long race here between CB and Cray. Let's take a look at, actually, let's take a look at Cray first since he is the challenger. CB's our current boss. So with Cray's Creek, we've got high speed, high stamina, high power, and long S. As Colin has said many times, long S is extremely important. It's arguably just as important as having the perfect acceleration proc. Oh, okay. Okay, so not as important, but definitely still very important because that is a very large amount of distance to cover. Yes, on the topic of excels, for Cray, we've got only Nimble Nav and Radiant Star, although you can't really rely on that. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, CB, the current boss, max speed, high power, high weight, and long S as well. One extra acceleration skill here in head-on. And best in Japan. I like this skill. Yeah, you can get this from the PAL card here. Very, very weird PAL card. You can go on a recreation event with, I think, with each of the 6 Umas here. I think maybe Gold Ship might be the only one that doesn't have one. But very interesting card. This one also a pretty long race, so I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. This is gonna be our only super quick race. CB creeping up just a tiny bit. Currently in 3rd. Cray is in 5th, but not very far behind. Ooh, Nimble Navigator activates for both. Head-on also activates. Yeah, Cray. Ooh, the distance is building. Wait, long corner, speed star, and best in Japan activating all at the same time for CB. Looks like CB is going to be taking this one. And CB defends his title with a 6-link lead. Coming up next, we've got the Taiki Shuttle races. Although Taiki Shuttle is usually used in mile races, these are going to be sprint races. These ones, admittedly, are the most fun for me to watch. It's just absolute chaos when the late race starts. Yeah, Turfast boosting your power stat by about 10%. Yeah, the first of our Taiki races here is going to be Colin versus Hydra. Let's see what you're working with here, Colin. Yeah, I see you have this combined with groundwork as well, so really, really helping you to secure the lead in the early race there. Yeah, when I was watching back the sprint races, it was just the way that some of those Umas were moving, completely crazy. Taking a look over at what Hydra's got. He's got max speed, max power, high wit, no turf S, but still very good stat spread here. Budding Blossom as well to match Collins, and neck and neck. And no stopping me. Sprinting gear as well. So it's, yeah, for sprint races, it's really important to pack in those acceleration skills. Because you never, you need to get to top speed as fast as possible. Yeah, again, since the late race distance is so short, most of the time you won't really actually be hitting your top speed. So the closer you can get, the sooner, the better.
1馬身離れて16番さらに内から6番少し後ろから10番タイキシャトル1馬身離れて9番少し後ろから15番そのうち並んで14番内から1番その後ろから4番それを見るように8番その外並んで11番少し後ろから7番第4コーナー
Yeah, both Colin and Hydra here neck and neck as they come around the corner.
先頭は宮下馬場これは直線勝負になるか
Courage hitting for Hydro, currently in 3rd, Colin's in 5th. Taiki Unique hitting for both at the exact same time. Speed Star also activating. Budding Blossom hits, but for who? Oh, we don't know. Head on activates for Colin. Oh, Colin is on the outside and slightly behind. Oh, so close. I think Hydro takes it there. Yeah, Hydra winning with just a head distance. Wow. Yeah, just matching all of the skills right there at the late race. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, the position keeping usually lasts for like the first half of the race. And if your goal is to be in front of the style that is in front of you, and you can't get that, then it's very challenging, very difficult to take the lead. Our next race here, we've got Hydro and Neon. Let's take a look at what Neon's working with. Nice. Max speed, high power, high weight. Yeah. Normal build here. Triumphant Pulse could be pretty strong here. 200 meters is actually a lot of distance for a sprint. That's 1/6 of this track length here. It's only 1200 meters. Yeah, I think the XL might be 400 meters long. I'm not totally sure. Let's see what else we've got here. We got Nimble Now, Sprint Corners, Pace Chasers, Straights and Corners, Head On. Yeah. Countermeasure. Oh. Very good. Looking pretty strong. I'm not sure if moving past activates at a good time here, but I'm gonna say it probably does. We'll see. We will find out. Ooh, a late start from Neon.
先行争いは7番、1番、大気シャトル、9番、期待通りの結果を出せるか、1番人気、1番、大気シャトル。さあ、激しい先行争いで前に出たのは9番、続いて11番、7番。
Hydro currently in the lead in 6th. Looks like he's trying to push up to 5th. Neon currently in 9th. Yep. Looking a little bit scary for Neon here. Could potentially get blocked, but it looks like there's an opening for Neon to push through. Ooh. The two are neck and neck. Hydro currently in the lead. Triumphant Pulse! Will that be enough? Oh no! Wow, super close again. Hydro securing the win once more. Wow, this time by a 3 1/4 length lead. Good fight from Neon here. That means Hydro is going to advance to the boss battle, where he will face off against Maya. Alrighty, time for the boss battle between the two Taiki Shuttles. Taking a quick recap of what Hydra's got here. Max speed, max power, high wit. Important callouts on skills are Budding Blossom, No Stopping Me, and Neck and Neck. Neck and Neck being pretty strong here. Yeah, also the addition of Right-Handed Fall Runner and Lone Wolf to boost your speed. On the other side, we've got our defending boss Maya, who is actually running a Guts build. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember the previous time there were quite a few Guts builds that were in the Taiki race. Yep. Interesting differences here. We've got Redshift and Angling and Scheming as acceleration skills, as well as Ignited Spirit, Wit, and Groundwork for that initial acceleration. Yeah, lots and lots of skills here. She should be able to take the lead in the early race and maintain that lead as we move in the late race. Only 3 front runners to overtake. Yeah, they're side by side as well. All the right skills activating for Maya, but position keep forcing her back. Hydro currently in the lead, slightly on the outside. Ooh. Hydro currently in the lead. Will Maya be able to overtake? Nope. Hydro wins it with a pretty dominating run here against the 3 challengers. Yeah, 3 wins in a row. Yeah. Lights of Vaudeville also activating in every single race, I believe. Very strong skill in securing the win. That's true. Hydro won in the Nishino Flower one over Maya, and then again in the Taiki Shuttle race against Maya. Coming up next, we've got Tamamo Cross. Tamamo Cross is going to be running the Takarazuka Kinen. Yes, Hakuro has been the boss for 2 weeks now. I think this time around City made a better effort to to create a strong Tamamo for this. This track is going to be good, sunny, as well as spring, of course. It's the same, no! Unfortunate. He's gotta run those fan runs. Never stop farming fans for City. Yeah, I'm sure he's grinding fans right now while he's watching this. Ooh, this will be interesting. Let's see. First up, we have Hydro versus Dragon. Hydro's got max speed, nearly max power, and decently high stamina wit, along with medium S. Yeah. Yes, we've got Pump Some Iron and Moving Past and Beyond, the old Mejiro 1-2 combo. As well as Slick Surge. Yeah, Tether. True. Yep. Pretty strong, pretty strong. On the other end, we've got Dragon. Interestingly, Dragon's Tamamo Cross is a end closer. The end closer corners. Although there are some interesting skill choices here. Yes, I think maybe this may have been the Pisces Cup entry. Just reusing that. Late start from Hydro. Hydro currently sitting in last place within the pack, but the positions are settling. Hydro is very far out compared to Dragon, who's nearly next to the lane, the inner lane. See, Hydro is moving in towards the inside. Both Tamas are currently on the inside. Pretty large distance between the late and end closers in the pack right now.
順位を振り返っていきます。依然として5番、続いて6番、少し後ろから8番、外13番、少し後ろから。いくでいくでいくで。電光石火の白い稲妻とはうちのことや。さらに14番、Tamamo Cross。
Wow. Hydro activating. Yeah, activating the unique along with one other skill. Pushing all the way up to first place. Very large gap between Hydro and Dragon right now. Yeah, Hydro is really blasting forward here. The lead between first and second is very large. Wonder if these late activations will be enough for Dragon to catch up. It's looking unlikely at the moment. That was very strong. Alright, I think I saw Tail 9 activate at the same time as well. Wow. Hydro takes that first round. Oh, Hydro will be facing off against Ziddy. Well, if City wins and Hakuro defeats him again, maybe Hakuro will get banned. Alrighty, now we've got Ziddy versus Hydro. Let's see what we're working with on Ziddy's end. He's got max speed and power. Pretty decently high wit as well. Yeah, pretty good spread of skills here. Pump some iron, nimble nav, and on your left for acceleration. A lot of these newer skills that I'm not as familiar with too. Yeah, helps you push up. Yeah, oh, Fighting Sphere, yeah, it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, Fearless says it has acceleration and velocity. Yeah. This one's a mile skill though. Yeah. Misclick.
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
8番と2番、この2人が競り合っているぞ。期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気、5番、Tamamo Cross。 先頭は8番単身で飛ばして行きます。続きました7番激しい先頭争い。
Pack is settling.
2番外から
City currently in 12 with Hydro in 10.
15番並んでくる。そのうち並んで10番第1コーナー
Both Tamas on the inside of the pack, close to the inner rail.
開きました。隊列は縦長になっています。
仕掛けどころの難しいレースになりそうですね。
現在1番手は8番、続いて7番1馬審査、2番4番手15番16番外から行く。その後ろから14番。
Yeah, even though there's only a 2-position difference, there is a bit of there's quite a large lead between the two. Hydro pitching forward again. We might see a repeat of what he did last time.
1馬審査7番外から16番差がなく2番すぐに続いて15番1馬身離れて10番14番続いている。内には17番1馬身離れて12番タマモクロス外を回ります。18番内をついて9番その後から5番タマモクロス。
No unique activations here in the mid race.
それを見るように6番あとは3番後方2番手に13番まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。
勝負どころ最後の直線へとかけていきます。
Whoa, Hydro is blocked.
果たして抜け出すのは誰だ。5番タマモクロス内でよう
Wow.
5番タマモクロス。
City weaving his way right through that blockade.
最後は2人のつばぜり合いだ。5番タマモクロス足色は衰えない。200を通過。3番手争いは8番15番食い下がる12番タマモクロスわずかに先頭。5番タマモクロス。5番
I'm not sure. I think that was City. I think City maintained the lead coming around the corner. No uniques from either of them. Yeah, and City wins with just a neck distance between the two. Wow. Let's get a replay of that. Instant replay. Let me just skip to that last part. That was
いいスタートを切ったのは10番第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
内から来るか外から来るか。
okay. It skipped a little too far forward, but wow, that was crazy. Hydro getting blocked and City just weaving right through that.
5番タマモクロス足色は衰えない。残り200先頭5番タマモクロス。しかしその差はわずか。
Maintaining the lead, matching 1.5 cc's here.
今1着で
We're gonna have a repeat of the finals from last time. City here to challenge Hakuro for the title. Just a moment, y'all. I was trying to adjust something in OBS and then everything got all weird. Yeah, moving into our boss battle here. Taking a quick look at Ziddies again. Max speed, max power, pump some iron, nimble nav on your left. There's a few, there's this random mile skill. But otherwise looking pretty good. On the other end, we've got our defending boss. Hakuro here, max speed, high power, medium S, pretty strong. Pump some iron and moving past beyond nimble nav and no fast and furious, but that is fine. Interestingly, there is killer tunes, and as we saw earlier, she can move up very far in the pack. This can be a pretty strong skill. Yeah, I would like to see White Lightning coming through, Fast and Furious, Killer Tunes, and Tail 9 all activated at the same time. That would be crazy. Late start from City here. Looks like City is pretty far out on the outside. Hakuro is closer to the inner rail. Oh no, sorry, I have those backwards. It's a little hard to tell which one's in the lead from the camera. Pretty decent amount of pace chasers and front runners in this race here. They're gonna have a little bit of a harder time moving to the front. Yeah, I'm not totally sure myself what all her conditions are. I tried building her a few times, but yeah. Oh wow, Hakuro is really pushing up, covering the distance between him and Ziddy. Oh, they are neck and neck, but I think... Yeah, I think Hakuro is currently in the lead. They were totally side by side during that corner. Ooh. Sorry, Ziddy. Oh, they're a really good race. Hakuro maintains his title as boss. Alrighty, and then the final races for today gonna be the Agnes Digital races. Give me one moment while I grab Maya's Agnes Digital. Oh, sorry, actually, there's also the Tosen Jordan races. My bad. I accidentally skipped over that. Gonna be quite a long slog if he's going through that in track laser. Alright, for Tosen Jordan races, we've got the Tenosho Autumn 2000 meter medium race here. Let's take a look at our challenger first, CB. He's got max speed, max power, and high wit. I believe he's running her as a pace chaser. No, unfortunately no front S here, but he does have angling and scheming. I believe this is the same Tosen Jordan that I used last week. Yeah. Hello, hello. Good morning, or good night. Let me double check that. Yes, the Super Creek title. Yeah, I think last week the finals match for Tosen Jordan was actually CB versus Avon, and Avon won. Wonder if we'll see a repeat of that this time around. Avon, Avon building their Tosen Jordan as a late surger compared to CB's pace chaser. And you got Redshift and moving past here, as well as on your left. Pretty strong suite of skills overall. Yeah. Any comments from UCB before the race starts? Good luck. Good luck indeed. Strong positions from both Umas here, even in the front of the late. Yes, only one contender this time for Tosen Jordan. I wanted to make a stronger version of her this time, but just didn't have enough time this week. Even not pushing up quite as far as I thought he would. Yeah, CB in a very good position. If he can push up the first, angling can proc. Nope, maybe too late for that. Oh, Avon's really pushing for it though. Pop and polish activating for Avon, I believe. Nice. Close race, but the angling didn't proc. Congrats, Avon, for defending their title. I like seeing Tosen Jordan's winning animation. It's so cute. Yeah, Training Creek is kind of hard since it's pretty tough for her to run mile races. Alrighty, and last but not least, we have our Agnes Digital races. Yeah, I gotta say, this is a very strong looking bracket here. We've got Colin versus CB, Ziddy versus Maya, and then Neon versus Elise. Let's take a look at our runners here. Colin, you want to give us an overview? Yeah. Yeah, this is actually a mile track. Yeah. Yeah, but it does look very strong. There are so many strong skills here. And then on the other end, we've got CV. Any comments about your Agnes Digital? Well, he's building her as an end closer, our resident end closer king. Well, good starts from both. They both did look pretty strong. Ooh. Yeah, CB currently in the lead. Matching Fast and Furious with Daring Strike. What is... Wow, she's running so fast. Ooh, there's gonna be some speed carryover here. Wow. Wait, radius are actually activated right at the Excel. Yeah, I saw one of them activated that. Red shift coming out. I think it was CB's. Yeah, CB in first. Wow. Quite a big gap between the two there. Surely a confusing race to watch. This is kind of how my room matches for Tourist Cup 2 has been looking. Oh, I should have saved that one. It was so funny. Next up, we've got Ziddy versus Maya. Let me see, I'm trying to find Maya's. It's usually a little bit easier for me to find Maya's Umas because they are UG. So they stand out. That's true. We've seen many a UG get defeated, sometimes even by an S+, I think. Let's take a look at... Yeah, we've got max power. What, Guts build? Wow. Ziddy, you gotta tell me how to play Guts. I've been trying so many times and it just fails every time. I cannot play Guts build at all. Super lucky 7. Wait, did it? Ah, no. A lot of skills though. Let's see what Maya's got. Max speed, power, and wit. Mile S. Jeez. Maya. Come on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. What is this deck? The Yaino Muteki. Where is it on? Oh, there it is! Wow. This Digitan is an absolute demon. We'll see if Ziddy can win here or not. I like how no matter what Uma it is, if Maya has one, where they're just insane. Yeah. Oh my god, Super Stan. Super Stan is so strong. Yeah, ooh, moving past and beyond, activating a little too early. Maya on the outside. Alright, OMG, the final sprint activating for both. Ziddy currently in the lead. Ooh, I think Ziddy's gonna maintain the lead here. Ooh. Valiant effort from Maya, but Ziddy takes this one. Yeah, if no stopping me had activated on the outside there, she would have won. Well, that's just how the race goes. Oh no. Zitty won that one. Yeah. Man, they were. Super Stand is crazy. Oh my god, when it activates, she moves so far forward. Maybe I should be building. Yeah. Maybe I should be building Digitan for the Taurus Cup instead of Gold Ship. I mean, I like Gold Ship. Ooh, yeah. I don't feel like I'm gonna get this Taurus Cup win. Yeah, first up we got Neon here, max speed, high power, decent wit with red shift and moving past. Built as an end closer, we got Daring Strike, ignited with power, nice. Pretty good skill. No super stand, interestingly. Yeah, wait, what's with these medium corners? This is a mile track. Neon, is this just your Uma for the Taurus Cup? Okay, let's see what Elise has here. Max speed, high power, max wit, and mile S. Looking very strong here. Oh, double circles on all of the mile late skills here. She's looking really, really strong. Ooh, and a late start from Neon. It's gonna make it extra tough.
先行争いは8番、4番、5番期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気、2番アグネスデジタル、8番会長に飛ばして行きます。さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのは
Yeah, Umamusume already activated as well, so it's gonna be hard for her to catch up. Wow, look at how fast she's running. 少し後ろから6番、さらに3番アグネスデジタル、すぐに続いて14番、内をついて Wow, miles corners and late surge corners activating.
16番、大欅を越え4コーナーへ。さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。3番アグネスデジタル、前を狙っているぞ。Second one is better, some carryover. Oh no, Elise is looking a little blocked. Yeah. Yeah, we saw that happen earlier too. Wow, and Neon takes it.
the... Well, yeah, being on the outside on this track is like a death sentence. Alright, next up is going to be Zitty versus Neon. Man, that happened on 2 different races now, where the Umi on the outside looked like they would take the lead, but they kind of just got stuck in place. I'm hoping to see Zitty in the 7th paddock so we can see the super lucky 7 proc. Yeah, let's take a... Again, Neon's Uma here, his Digitan with these medium skills. And then, also built as the end closer. And then Zitty's is built as a late surger with lots and lots of white skills. Yet again, not in the 7th position. Maybe one day. Yeah, good starts from both. Super Saiyan coming out from Zitty.
14番、12番、期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気、10番、アグネスデジタル。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。さあ、激しい先行争いで前に出たのは4番。
Pretty big lead here.
12番、早くも激しい競り合い。外から行く。14番、そしてそのうち6番、15番、続いている。少し後ろから7番、1馬身離れて11番、少し離れて13番、さらには9番、1馬身離れて10番、アグネスデジタル。内で3番、16番、アグネスデジタル。外から行く。少し後ろから2番、それを見るように8番、大欅を越え4コーナーへ。まだ先頭は動かない。果たして抜け出すのは誰だ。10番、アグネスデジタル。まだ抑えたままだ。10番、アグネスデジタル。前を狙っているぞ。4番、ここで抜け出した。
Yeah, there's a lot of Umas in Zitty's way right now.
最終コーナー、先陣を切る。並んでくる10番、アグネスデジタル。
Pretty close right now. Both of them neck and neck. Oh, Zitty is really pushing forward though. Neon's getting blocked. It would honestly be hilarious if Zitty ends up winning and becoming the new boss for Agnes Digital of all the Umas. Yeah, Super Lucky 7. Come on, Super Lucky 7. Alright, we got the final match of the qualifying round. One more before we face off against our boss. We got CV versus Zitty. CV's got his Digitan built. That's an end closer. Yeah, insta-lose. The curse of the UG. And then of course Zitty's Digitan again. She's creeping closer and closer to the 7th position here. I think earlier she was 3rd. The last time she was 10th. Now she's 8th. One of these days.
スタートです。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。先行争いは6番、14番、9番。
Ooh, and Clover straights as well, and mile straightaways. CP taking the lead here.
さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのは6番、続いて9番、早くも激しい競り合い、少し離れて
Wow, they are really fighting.
5番、そして外目をつきましては13番、
No!
少し後ろから2番、それを見るように少し離れて16番、内から4番、外を回ります15番、8番、アグネスデジタル、並びかけてきた。あとは7番。
Yeah, she's really fighting her way back though. Oh wow. Wait, but CV's on the outside. We've seen this is a bad position to be in. Oh, Zitty's looking a little blocked here. CV currently in 3rd, Zitty in 9th. Oh, so many skills coming out from Zitty, but they're just not enough. Yeah, the two of them were dueling from so far away. Well, they still got one more race to really break the curse. Yeah, that was so funny. It is Hydro. Alright, we've got our final round here, the boss battle. Taking a quick look at CV's Digitan once again. Max speed, power, wit, and lots of strong skills. Built as an end closer. And our current boss, Hydro. Max speed, high power, high wit, and mile S. Running her as a late surger. Lots of pretty good skills. For acceleration skills, she's only got Nimble Nav and Slick Surge. But as we've seen, a lot of the other skills don't even activate when they need to. Yes, that's true. I don't know really when this exactly activates though. Is it random during the late race?
曇り空の下スタートです。各馬娘
Oh, right.
スタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
先行争いは11番、9番、7番芝原ダートに入ります。期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気13番アグネスデジタル、11番会長に飛ばしていきます。先頭を行ったのは11番
Ooh, Daring Strike and Super Saiyan activated.
9番少し後ろから7番外目をついて10番差がなく12番1馬身離れて14番さらには8番後ろ2番1馬身差5番アグネスデジタルさらに
Wow, CB following closely behind.
その後ろに3番外から行く16番そして
Yeah, no, luckily no PDM this time around. It would have been fatal if that had hit.
先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか。
11番彼女の客室には合っていますね。
大欅を越え4コーナーへまだ
Both Umas in a pretty strong position moving into late race here.
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が
Yeah, Hydro in the lead.
最初に駆け抜けてきたのは11番栄光まで400。
Hydro in first and activating this. Oh, it looks like it's over for you, CB. Unless you somehow activate all of your skills that have already activated. 5 wins with quite a large lead, defending their title. The Uji curse indeed. Wow. Alright. Thanks for attending, everyone. Thanks for watching this recording, and we'll see you next time.